my friend. Today is very exciting for me. We are prepping to go on a vacation, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's the longest we have traveled with kids. It is going to be the longest we've been gone for a vacation. So it's going to be, I'm sure, challenging at times being in that long in a car with the little kids, but it is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for it. All that to say is I know we'll go out to eat some and we'll enjoy things the place has to offer, but I do want to bring some snacks for the road, some things for breakfast, since most of those times we will probably be at the Airbnb having those. And so just having some things prepped will make it feel a little bit more like vacation. So first up is some sourdough bagels. I made this dough up last night and it's rose all night long. This would just be a great option for breakfast. And so we're gonna get those started. I think I'm going to just weigh out the dough. That way I kind of know what equal pieces. It's a double batch, so it'll be a few more pieces. That'll just make shaping them more equally much simpler. So I'm gonna try to do that. Okay, so in total, I've got 1784. So I will just split that into 16 and we'll just weigh them all out. So I am going to vary from the recipe just a little bit. In the past, I don't really make bagels that often, but when I do, and when I have, I've put baking soda, which I think is kind of the normal thing to do for the water bath. But this one, if I was reading it correctly, did not. So I'm going to do a tablespoon of sugar and a tablespoon of baking soda and hope that turns out good. In this recipe with just the sugar, said to boil 2 minutes on each side. And since I'm doing baking soda, I think in the past, one time I did it for a longer time, and it had more of a metallic-y taste than I liked, so I did it for a shorter time. So this is a bit of a trial and error, but I'm going to try doing about like 30 seconds on each side and see how that goes. Because I think it's been a while, but I think that's kind of what I did. So when this reaches a full boil, then I'll start putting all of these in since they've risen for a while. It might be more like 45 seconds. We'll see. Or by the time I got everything flipped. So originally, when I first thought to do bagels for the trip, I had planned on making blueberry bagels, but I have not been to town and we don't have any blueberries, and I just needed to get this done. It is a week until a week from today, we will be leaving, hopefully early in the morning. So sounds like a lot of time, but next week's just going to be crazy, and I know it. So I'm going to put this stuff in the freezer. But anyways, all that to say is that I am going to do half of them, everything bagel seasoning, and then half just plain. That way we can, if we want, let's do a little more, to do like a sweet cream cheese on it, we can have sweet and savory. So just gonna top all these off with the everything bagel seasoning. Here we go. Let's put some more, huh? Why? Woo! All right. Popping. Oh, that was just a lot, but that's all right. Here, let's do this one. Well, now that the bagels have cooled, I'm going to put them in a freezer bag, and they will sit in the freezer until we are ready to go. Just to really make sure they'll be nice and fresh for the trip. Well, but they look and feel really good, so I'm excited to try them when we are there. Except for this one. I don't know what is. I might sit here. I'm right. The little one is down for a nap now, and the next thing we're going to start making is going to do some sourdough double chocolate muffins. And I'm going to make them into mini muffins, but they use fresh malt flour, so they're going to be completely whole wheat. And I need 250 grams of soft white wheat. I'm thinking doing them in mini muffins will make it a little bit easier to eat like on the road, more of as a snack than the big ones. So, and more kid friendly. Okay, we need 45 grams of cocoa. Let's turn this on. Half teaspoon baking soda, a big spoon, 2 teaspoons baking powder, salt. Now we need oil. We need 110 grams. I'm also going to be using duck eggs just because we have more of those. And I did float them and they floated good, but I am going to still put one at a time in a bowl because my kids usually find them outside and it's just hard to tell. Even if they float, sometimes they're still actually not good. So I'm going to test them out by doing it in the bowl, and they are both good. There we go. And for buttermilk, I actually get dried buttermilk powder from Azure Standard, so that's what I typically use as of now. more tedious doing the little ones. We'll see what I decide to do, but one pan of these mini ones might be enough, and then maybe we'll finish off with regular. We will see. So the kids and I did try a couple of these, and they were really good. They liked them, as you can tell. They're really, really good and moist. Okay, I did want to add that they are sourdough, but I obviously didn't ferment them at all. I know the recipe said you could. I just didn't have to. I just wanted to get this stuff done today, and I didn't have time to make the batter last night. So, but next time I would probably consider trying to ferment them to get a little more of the sourdough benefits, but they are delicious regardless. So the next thing are cookies. More to enjoy. We're going to be doing some hiking, so these would be great just to take along as a little treat after lunches. So I just made, yesterday I made my usual sourdough cookie base, and which I've shared a lot of times. But this time I put in half chocolate chips, and then half sea salt caramel chips. So just for something a little different and fun. So I am sure they're going to be delicious because I mean it's caramel and chocolate, so it's hard to go wrong. But these will just bake up quick. And all of these things freeze really well, which is why I'm making them a week out. And that is very helpful when prepping for a trip, because honestly the last days leading up to when you're leaving is more about packing and just whatever else pops up. So we'll be glad not to have to worry too much about these things next week. So the last thing I am going to be making today, anyways, next week I do plan on making some bread once I get some blueberries for the red, white, and blue loaf that we were wanting. But today, this is going to be the last thing, and that is some popcorn. We love popcorn as a snack, or of course with M&Ms as a treat at night. And I'm going to make a big batch, so we have a little bit for this weekend, and then also to take on the road, maybe while we're there, to share. We'll see how long it lasts, but I will probably just do plain popcorn, and then we can kind of season it however we like when we eat it if we want to. I just am using lard, and I think I'm going to do 1.25 cups of popcorn. So I did 3/4 cup lard. But once it melts, I'll add the popcorn. 1/3. This is definitely the most popcorn I've done at one time. I didn't know how it would do with this bigger pot, but it looks like it did pretty good. I think I got most of them popped. So I'm going to put some red mint salt on top and try to do it kind of evenly. feel so much better having all this stuff done. Honestly, this trip has kind of snuck up on me. It's felt like it's been a really long ways away, and all of a sudden it's like a week away. So it feels really good to have a lot of this stuff prepped, because I know this weekend and the next few days we're just gonna be trying to. We've been having some projects that we were trying to get done before going on the trip, and while we're not going to get everything done we were hoping to, we will be spending most of the time working on that until we go. So this is wonderful. My goal was not to bring too much that we were bringing food back or was going bad by the end of the trip. So I think we should be good to enjoy some of the things here and take the rest there. And I think it'll be good. So I'm really excited, and I hope you found a little inspiration for things that are great for home, or if you're also going on a trip sometime soon, some fun things to bring for the road, and for vacation. And just thank you for watching and for being here. And until next time, bye, friends.